have a name. Let's have here string name, and probably an age and also an address. Okay, and it also has a student ID. So let's say stad ID, and we also have the course that they belong in. Let's say program na lang. Okay, program is the actual term. So the program is of course computer science. So for this one, a student usually has a name, an age, and address, but more specifically, it has a student ID and a program. Let's say yan yung school system natin. But you can see that if we were to create a constructor and setters and getters for this one, we will do the code, some of it, that we are actually handling in person, right? So, name, age, and address, di ba may class natin na nag-handle yan, right? That's person, right? Person already handles, as you can see, person already handles, di ba? May name, age, and address na tayo for person. So, we already have a class that handles name, age, and person. May constructors na tayo, may setters and getters, and may introduction pa talaga tayo ng method. So, this person class already handles those three fields. But student here also wants to handle name, age, and address. Now, you could also create a constructor and setters and getters for these fields again. That's also allowed. But as programmers, we always have the thing that we don't want to repeat something that we already have done. So, in the person class, we already have the code for handling name, age, and address. So let's use the code inside the person class through inheritance. Meaning, person class will now be your superclass or the parent. So if this was a family, person is your father or mother, and student will now be a child of that relationship. So person, the parent, will give inheritance to the student, meaning all of the code inside person will now be passed down to student without copy-pasting the actual code. It will be linked somehow. So we can do that first. Let's first delete the fields that they overlap in. We already know that name, age, and address is handled by person. So let's delete that one there. And then for them to be connected, we will insert a modifier on that class there. So di ba, ang syntax ng class is modifiers, the identifier, and then modifiers again. So the modifiers after the identifier is student here, we can say extends person, like that one. So as simple as that, we have connected person to student, meaning all of the methods of person is available to student. So let's prove that somehow. Okay, let's go here. And let's say I just want to call on get name. That one. Okay? Okay, wait. May kanya return type required invalid method. Ay, declaration pa yung ginagawa niya dito. Okay? Let's have here a public static public void na lang. Void wow. Yan. And this will just system out get name. Okay, so I just created a method here that basically just displays the get name. Now remember, did we declare a get name here? Di ba wala? So why did this not generate an error? This should be an error, right? We are referring to a method that is not declared on this class. So get name should produce an error. But as you can see, it did not because we extended from person, meaning every code in person that is public is now given to student also. Meaning, get name, the getter of person, is also available here without even typing or copy-pasting it inside. So, again, all of the code in person that is public is now available to student. Okay? So, we are now able to access the fields name, age, and address through the student. So now, of course, the usual thing that we want to do is to create constructors after the fields. Now, again, usually we want to have inheritance. The one inheriting has to be more specific than the parent. The parent here is person. That's quite broad of a term. Student here is a much more specific type of person. So the one inheriting should be more specific than the parent. So person is a broad category. Then student is a smaller category and much more specific. And it has its own unique fields. This one is for student, student ID, and program. Okay? So let's now create our constructors. So for this one, let's alt insert and then constructor. And now we have a different setup for the window here. We now see all the constructors of person, even though again, we did not coded it in the class itself. Because of course, since na-inherit natin siya from the person parent class, of course, available na din yung constructors din sa atin. So for this one, let's just use the, let's just generate the first constructor, which is the empty constructor, student, that one. Okay, so no problem there. But once we, actually let's generate a new one. So for this one, let's have the constructor, so person na nag-accept ng name, age, and address, as well as it will accept student ID and program. So 5 parameters na. So if I were to generate this one, this will generate this code here. A student constructor that has 5, that will accept 5 arguments, this, and this. And as you can see, student ID and program is declared the same way, but we have a new keyword here. We have super and then name, age, and address. Now, super here is practically the same as the this keyword. Now, the this keyword refers to the current class. Super refers to the parent. Just as any child will refer to their parent, usually in our culture, using mama or papa, we don't really call them by their actual name, usually in our culture. So we use a different name for them. So this is the same way for a inheritance. We don't actually call the actual person constructor. We call using this super keyword. So this one is technically person, but we use the super keyword, meaning our parent. So again, once we use super, it means our parent class. So student is extending person, so person must be super here. Okay? So why did we pass the arguments name, age, and address? Because again, if this is person, then this has to be the constructor that accepts 3 arguments: name, age, and address. So we can see that behavior if we go back to person. And let's say, again, we have this constructor here. A constructor that accepts name, age, and address. If we were to delete that constructor, so let's remove this one. So save that, and then go back to our student. We now see that it produced an error for this code here. Because again, since super is person, and this is a constructor, do we have a person constructor that accepts 3 arguments? Wala, diba? Kasi i-delete natin. So, for us to fix that is either we call the appropriate constructor na available, meaning for this one is yung dalawa lang, so that's valid. Or we could just declare a new one, or yung previous one here, that accepts 3 arguments. So once we go back here, it's now fixed. Because again, that's a constructor. This is our constructor here. Super, name, age, and address. Okay? So next one is, other than our constructors, we need to create setters and getters for our fields. For that, our fields are student ID and program. And then we will now insert a setter and getter for each of them. So getter and setter here. And then select all. And then let's make sure to encapsulate the fields. So we can see here that the fields are now encapsulated, meaning they are now private. And we can also see that we have setters and getters for each one. So here we have get program, this one, this one, this one. Okay? So the same way as before. Now, did we follow with that one so far before I continue? Any questions? Did we understand what a superclass is and a subclass? The inheritance part, the concept.
Yes.
Are we good with that one?
Yes.
Good? Good. Okay, so let's go back to our class here. And as you can see, again, we have a person object. But what if I want to create a student object itself? Okay, questions?
Sir, yung ano na sir ba?
Hmm?
I-delete na muna. Wala talaga yung constructor or ID lang.
So technically, you can do that. Here, of course, you could have a constructor na mag-accept lang ng student ID and the student ID program, di ba? Parang yun yung process that last time. It's really up to you if you want to add that. Kasi, for me, ang process kasi is either wala akong data at the start or meron lahat ng data. So, ito rin yung dalawang test cases ko. Either wala akong data or meron akong data lahat. Of course, if, let's say, may ginawa kang program and kuha mo talaga lahat ng possible outcomes, meaning, if may ID ako, then wala akong other data, then dapat may constructor ako for it. So, it's really up to you what test cases you want to accept. For this one, i-simplify ko lang. It's either wala akong data or meron lahat ng data. And it's up to you if you want to add the other ones. Okay? So, let's go back to our main class here. And remember, this one is the person object that accepts inputs. So let's go back. And now let's create a student object. So this one is a student. Student is equal to new student. Okay? So again, right now we don't have the data yet. So we use the empty constructor first. Kasi wala pa tayong data. I will just remove the person declaration here. And then probably remove this part here. Muna. And all other parts here. Okay? So empty muna to dito. And that one. So right now, we have student and all of the values name, age, and address. And of course, ano kulang natin for student? Ano kulang? We have, of course, ano special sa student na class? Ano yung fields na meron lang sa kanya? Student ID and program. So for this one is now student ID. Stud ID. And this part here is now program. Okay? So now I have all the data I have. So I will now just call the appropriate setters that I need to call upon. So this one is now student dot set name. And then student dot set age, and then so on. Okay, this one is set address. Dot set address. Student dot set program, and finally we have student ID. So student dot set student ID. Okay. So. Again, did we create an introduction method for the student? Meron ba?
No.
Wala. But did we have an introduction method for person? Meron, di ba? Meron ba tayong introduction na method sa person? Let's see, again, we have it at this point here. So this one is, of course, the introduction. This will just print a simple introduction. Hello, I am this years old, and this, I living in this place. So right now, if I were to say here, the student object, would I see the introduction method? If I were to use the dot operator, makita ko ba ang introduction na method na yan? Makita ba siya? So, let's see. Dot, introduction. And it is one of the methods that I can access. Because again, through inheritance, all of the public methods of person is available to be accessed by our student subclass. So if I were to enter this one, and let's say to run this one here, okay, this one is name, so let's have Alejandro. Okay, so let's have the age be 20. Let's have Davao for place. For student ID, let's have 1, 2, 3, 4. And for program, let's have CS. Okay, so if I were to enter this, the introduction should be, hello, I am Alejandro, 20 years old, and I live in Davao. Okay, you can see it in our introduction. Even though we did not create an introduction method for students specifically, we still are able to use the introduction method of the person class, because of course they are a subclass of person, meaning everything that is public inside person is available to student. And again, keyword here, everything that is public. If it's declared private, it's now not available to the subclass. So we have here 20 years old living in Davao. Okay? But what if I want to create an introduction method for student? Okay? So let's go back again. Now remember, we have here introduction for person. But let's say I want to create an introduction for student. So let's go back here and let's create another introduction for public string introduction, and then this will return, okay, this will return dito, I am I have the student ID of percentage S. Actually, dapat ito string dot format pala to. Dot format. That one. And then I am in percentage S the program. So this one is just the stud ID and the program. That one. Okay, so now I created an introduction method inside student. So remember, we have the person introduction that has the name, age, and address. And we have the student class here that has its own introduction that will only display the student ID and program. So now, if I were to run the same code here again, what will be displayed in the J option pane? Which introduction will be used? The one that has name, age, and address, or the one that has student ID and program? Which one? It will be the student, because of course, the one that is local is the one that will override the one before. So person introduction is of course its own thing. It's important essentially. Student, if it has its own introduction, it will override all other methods that are the same name because it is declared locally. So if we were to print this now with the same inputs, let's say Alejandro, and then for age let's have 20. And then for address, let's have Davao. Okay? And then for student ID, let's have 1, 2, 3, 4. And for program, let's have CS. Okay? So if I were to enter this, the introduction will now be, I have the student ID, 1, 2, 3, 4. I am in CS. So this is the introduction of student, not the introduction of person. Now, what if I want to have an introduction that has all the fields? Kasi diba, student can access the name, age, and address, and also its student ID and program. So if all of the fields are available to me, why not create an introduction that has all of them instead? So let's go back to student here. Now, of course, I could just write again, my name is this, I am this years old, I live in this. But as programmers, we don't really want to repeat code that we have done before, diba? Since I have made an introduction that involves name, age, and address, this one, why not reuse introduction here? So, gagamitin natin yung introduction na to para makomplete ang introduction sa student. So, again, this is the person introduction that handles name, age, and address. I want to reuse that introduction for the student. Kaya para hindi ko na siya i-rewrite again here na I am this years old and I live in this. Ulitin ko naman yung i-write ko na code before. And again, programmers don't want to repeat their code. So let's go back here. And I will just call upon super.introduction plus a space. Okay? So remember, who is super for student? Sino si super? It's person. So meaning, this is person.introduction. So anong introduction ang ginahandle nito? Name, age, and address. So there will not be a confusion because ito na introduction is the one in person and this introduction is the one in student. So now, if we were to run this one, hopefully walang error, okay? With the same input, Alejandro, 22, Davao, and let's say 1, 2, 3, 4 for the student ID, and finally, CS for the program. We have our complete introduction here. Hello, I am Alejandro. I am 22 years old, living in Davao. I have the student ID 1234, and I am in CS, right? So I did not have to rewrite what I did in the introduction of person. I just had to call upon it and then reuse it in the most logical way. I will just concatenate it as part of a sentence. So introduction. So it will end at a space naman. So it will end with a period. So it will be logical to have a space muna. And then yung additional na part ng introduction. Okay? So this is just, again, remember as programmers, we don't want to repeat what we have done before. If we already have a code that has an introduction for name, age, and address, reuse that one instead of typing it again on this code here. So, enter this one. Questions for this one? Any questions? This is a bit of a complicated concept, so if you have questions that is understandable, so better ask them now than never. Okay? No questions?
Pwede balik sa
Or,
main class.
asan ba?
Ay, sa main class.
Sa main class. Yan. Ngayon lang. Kuha lang tayo ng values, gi-setters lang natin, and then di-kuha lang natin sa introduction. Yan lang. So basically, wala akong i-update dito. But it updated itself. Okay? Questions? Anyone? To the student class, okay? We have here, we have the introduction, of course. Let me just enter this part here. Okay, para ma-film talaga. Okay? Okay? So that's introduction. We have the setters and getters, the constructors, and the fields. Okay? Questions?
Sir, kailangan yung construction na walang laman.
Yeah, parang required siya actually. Okay? Pag wala kasi yung empty constructor, what if wala kang data initially? Right? Ganun. And let's say this one, student is of course inheriting from person, right? So let's say here, wala ako dito. Tanggalin ko tong person na save natin. Pagbalik natin dito, may error na si student. Kasi it is implicitly calling, technically may gina-call to na super. This is super na walang constructor. So even though hindi siya naka-write there, it is technically calling the empty constructor of your person class. So nagka-error ka kasi ngayon na may empty ka na constructor ng student, bakit walang empty constructor din ang person? But if wala kang empty constructor sa student, then you are not required to have an empty constructor on your parent. Okay? So I'll just save it this one. Let's bring the empty constructor here. So okay pa rin siya. So again, wala nagbago. Yung wala to siya kanina or meron siya, it's the same code. It's implicitly right there. Okay, questions? Anyone? No one? Okay? Okay. Now, if there are no questions, then let's have a additional one here. Now, again, this is, we can use the metaphor of a family. Person is your parent and student is the child. Now, if student is a child, person is a parent, in a family, there could be multiple children. So, then we can now declare, again, this is a school system. A person can either be a student and a staff. So, let's now create another field here. Let's now create a new class. So for this one, let's create Java class here. And this one now is staff. Okay? Now again, this will have the same explanation. Now, staff also has a name, age, and address. But for this one, it has a string, employee ID. And then, we have here string, work description. Okay? And then of course, every staff should have probably a name, age, and address. Okay? So, a staff probably has a name, age, and address, probably has an employee ID, and probably has a work description. Ano yung ginagawa niya sa institution na to. So, we did this before. Since staff handles name, age, and address, there is an overlap with persons that also handles name, age, and address. Should we allow staff to inherit from person? Should we? We should. Okay, para again, as programmers, we don't want to repeat ourselves. We already have a code that handles that one. So, staff now here, what should be the modifier? Extends what? Extends person. So here, extends person. Like that one. Okay? So now, let's create the constructors. I will just have the empty constructor and the one that accepts all the values. Okay, select, not select all. Yung constructor lang dito na meron lahat and all of the fields that are local to staff. So again, this is the same case as student. Now let's insert a getter and setter for each of the fields that are here. So this is the employee ID and work description. Let's encapsulate the fields also by checking this one. Generate, and you can see private na si employee ID, private na si work description, and we have setters and getters for each one. Okay? So, now, let's go back here. So, if we were to create, let's say, a new one here, let's say, let me comment out this part. Okay? And then, let's say hindi ko ginamit yung student muna na introduction. Let's say empty muna to. That one. And then, let's have here two values. This one for staff is, this one is employee ID. So, employee ID. And then this one is work description. So, let's just say, let's refer to this as work. And that one. Okay? So, at this point, we already have all the data. So, I could probably just call upon, if say, dito kapag i-declare yung staff. So, this one is staff. Staff is equal to new staff. And I can pass here all the values that are, wait, ano yung arrangement? Staff is, ano yung arrangement dito? ID, work description, name, age, and address. So, it's important na tama din yung sequence mo. So, employee ID, work description, name, age, and address. Like that one. Okay? So again, this is the previous example that we had. If I already have the data, then I will just use the constructor that accepts all of them. But sa previous example natin, if I declare the object already, I will use the setters. Okay? That's the previous example we had earlier in our session. But right here is the opposite example where we have all the values and then declare the object. This is the second case where we use the constructor instead. Now, again, if we were to use staff here, let's say staff dot introduction. What fields will be used on this introduction? Staff dot introduction. So again, what fields will be in this introduction? It will be what? Ano yung meron sa introduction ng staff? It will be the, ano man? Ano man? Anong fields? Name, age, address, student ID. Right ba? Wala pa kasi, do we have an introduction method in our staff? Wala, di ba? So, ang gamitin niya na introduction is kanino? Kay person, which is the class that it inherits from. So, if we were to run this again, and let's say is mga random input na lang kayo para mas mabilis. So, the one that we will use is the one from person that only has name, age, and address. ESD rin enter ko. So, hello, I am the name, I am 8 years old, I'm living in the location, the place, the address. So, the one that I'm using is the introduction of person by default because I don't have an introduction in staff. So first, one way to fix that is to create our own introduction in staff here. So let's have the same thing. We have public string introduction. And this one, since I want to connect to our introduction from person, what should I write there? It will be super what? Super dot introduction. Okay, so that was the one that has name, age, and address. It will end with a period. So since I am adding one more, so I will just add a space and then I will have here the additional introduction that I want. So string that format. Okay, so this one will have I have the employee ID of percentage S. Okay, I should probably put this in a new line para masakto sa screen. Okay, I have the employee ID of percentage S. I work as yung work description, which is percentage S also. Okay, and then the arguments here is of course stud ID. I know, not stud ID. It's employee ID. Employee ID. Employee ID. Yeah. And of course, we have a work description. Work description. Okay. So save that one. So now, if we were to go back to our main method here, what introduction will be used for staff? The one that handles name, age, address, employee ID, and of course, the work description. So let's properly simulate this one. So of course, we have the name. Let's have Samantha. Okay. And then the age, this one is, let's say, 19. For address, let's have Davao still. Let's say the employee ID should be probably 321. And then the work description, let's say, is a professor. Like that one. Professor. So the introduction will now have this one here. Hello, I'm Samantha. I'm 19 years old, living in Davao. I have an employee ID of 321. I work as a professor dapat yan. But the introduction is there. Okay? So, questions? Yun lang yung pag-kuha natin. Yun lang yung pag-declare ng constructor dito. This one here. Of course, kung gusto mo mauna ang work description, then ang constructor should have string work description, string employee ID.
So kung ibalik sila,
Bali, dapat yung paglagay mo dito. Okay? Questions? Yeah, kasi of course, again, family analogy. If a parent, one child, of course, pag ang child budako na, it could also be a parent to another child. So, let's have an example for that one. Medyo magpaning break ko. What could be a more specific type of student? Ano na lang, yun na. Kasi of course, di ba, ang child should be more specific than the, let's say staff na lang kayo, mas fine. So sa staff, there is a teaching staff and a non-teaching staff. So yun na lang yung child dito. So let's go back to our folder here. And let's say here, new Java class. And this one, let's say, is the teaching staff. I got one. So teaching staff could extend staff itself. Yeah. And this could have a string. Since teaching method, probably it has a department. Yeah, department. Okay? So, again, ang concept ng talaga ng inheritance is a class inheriting another class. So as long as it is a class, it can be inherited. So person is a class, it can be inherited by student or staff. And since student and staff are also classes, they can also be inherited by another class. So here we have an example, which is student is a subclass of person. Teaching staff is a subclass of staff pala, staff. So we can, of course, make a chain of inheritance if you want to be so. Okay? Okay? Questions dun sa likod mo? May question di ba sir?
so may mo siyang lolo, sir. May mo siyang lolo.
Essentially, yes.
Sir, pwede mo ka-class ang inherit, sir.
Ano?
Mo ka-class ang inherit.
No, for this one, inheritance is strictly on one superclass. Okay? So, single parent lang siya. Sadly. Okay? Sa parent lang talaga yan. So, meaning, teaching staff, sinong super niya? Si staff. And kay staff, sinong super niya? Si person. Of course. Isod-sad na yung mukhang mama kay mong lolo, di ba? Or lola. So, yung direct mo talaga. So, of course, yung parents mo is your mother or father, not your grandfather or grandmother. kasi, I guess from the superclass na term. It's a subclass and superclass. Subclass kasi yung child. Superclass ang parent. Superclass yung term. So, dapat ang short term na is super. Okay? Questions?
So parang yung anak mo na siya once, tapos yung anak niya gamit tapos
Essentially. Well, sa kay person, may dalawa siyang anak. Right? Kasi, di ba si student and si staff are extending from person. So, a class can have multiple children, but one class can only have one parent. So, hindi siya kuan. So, parent, isa lang dapat. Children can be many. Okay? So, teaching staff here cannot extend to student also. It can only extend to staff only. Okay? So, questions? Anyone? And let's say for this one, let's say si staff, di ba? So, let's say, maghimos akong setter na lang dito. Setter for department. Okay? So, hindi na ako magawa ng constructor dito. And for this one, I will just create a introduction for teaching staff. I'll say string introduction. Okay? So, this will just return super dot introduction plus a space plus the stringlet format. Inside here, I am a teaching staff of percentage S the department. Okay, so this one here is just the department. Okay, so let's go to our thing here, and instead of being declared as a staff, we will declare this as a teaching staff. So teaching staff, let's say staff pa rin siya, pero teaching staff siya dito. Teaching staff. Of course, kay error talaga to kasi wala tayong constructor sa teaching staff. I should probably just create a new one here. Actually, magpa na lang tayo. Instead na ganyan, we will just start with an empty constructor. Okay? And then we will just use staff dot set name for name. Again, teaching staff na to siya. We have staff dot set age, staff dot set address, and then yung sa staff mismo na class, so this one is staff dot set employee ID, and then staff dot set work description, and then finally yung sa teaching staff, it has the department, so that's staff dot set department. This one, wala pa tayong department pala natin pakain. For this one, hindi ko na siya user input, magpasa na lang ng value na computer science, computer studies ang department natin, computer studies. Okay? So, again, teaching staff siya, and then yung staff natin na introduction sa baba, wala akong ibago kasi same naman siya na identifier. So, if I were to run this one, okay, let's have one by one. This one is now again Samantha, 21 years old. The address is Davao. Okay, the employee ID is 321. The work is professor. professor. Okay? And we have here the introduction, which is now complete. Hello, I am Samantha. I am 21 years old, living in Davao. I have the employee ID of 321. I work as a professor. Yan yung sa staff, right? And finally, yung introduction sa teaching staff. I am a teaching staff of computer studies. Okay? So questions. You are able to do so. Mag-change lang talaga yung introduction niya. Kasi of course, mag-change siya kasi nagtawag tayo ng super sa introduction ng student. Sa kay staff pala. Ang super ng staff is again person. So meaning, ang una i-process niya is ito. Which is, hello yung name, years old, and yung address. Plus, employee ID and yung work description. And again, it will be returned, kanino? I-return niya kay teaching staff yung complete sentence. So madagdag siya dito. So sino super ng teaching staff? Si staff doon kanina. So whatever yung complete sentence, idagdag niya dito plus yung bago mo. So na-chain lang yung pagtawag mo. From the person to the staff to the teaching staff. Okay? As long as alam mo sino yung super of that class, there should be less confusion. Kasi of course, kung super that introduction, kanino to na class? Sino parent niya? Ganun lang. Okay, question?
Bakit may private string?
Private string sa dito? Kasi again, gusto natin siya i-encapsulate. Dapat kasi any field like department na ganyan should not be available to all other classes. Just as every child has their own private thoughts, we don't want our parent to know all of the things that we have. We only want them to know the things that are publicly known, which are for this one methods. The private ones should be kept to ourselves. Ganun lang.
Yung sa ano lagi sir? Sa staff at sa student.
Sa student man din. Sa staff dito, di ba? Private. Sa student din, private. Wala talaga siyang exception. All other fields must be private. Okay? Questions? Questions? Asan? Sa file ko mismo? Sa main class. Okay? 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 So questions? Any more? Again, this will be the harder programming programming laboratory, and the easier one will not have inheritance. Okay? Again, the laboratory is your next session. Same with the quiz. So quiz at the first 30 minutes, laboratory for the rest of the time.
Sa person.
Sa?
Person.
Person introduction dito. Ang final talaga niya is ganyan. Wala siyang super. Kasi of course, siya man yung pinaka-parent. Okay? Okay, any questions? Anyone? None? Did we understand this concept, inheritance? It's as simple as a family tree, essentially. Okay? should be something there na pala. Yeah, siya ang super class ng kanina. Okay, ganito yung person is super class ng student and staff. So meaning student and staff is subclass ng person. Teaching staff is, kanina yung subclass siya? Okay, staff. So staff is the superclass ng teaching staff. So it can also be a superclass. Kasi of course, a child can also be a parent, diba? In a family. If may anak siya, of course, even though anak mo siya, if may anak din siya, parent din siya, as well as siya. Parang grandparent kasi parent, same person. Yeah? Ganyan talaga siya. Other than that, kailangan mo talaga i-take yung intro. At least one time may talaga. Kailangan mo kasi private is yung field. Yung actual variable sa class.
Diba, name is address,
Kailangan talaga siya private teaching staff kasi okay na siya dyan kasi dyan naman talaga siya process. Ang iba lang yung ihasa ko sa kanya kay string naman, hindi yung actual variable.
Naka-private siya, sir. Like, pwede pa nga pa siya ma-use
Sa setter lang. Sa setter and getter lang. Hindi mo siya ma-access direct.
Parang hindi mo pwede change.
Pwede mo siya ma-change using set, pero hindi mo siya ma-access direct. Yung part kasi, yung may memory kasi na address. So, yun yung address ng name, age, and. Of course, pwede kasi na, if ayaw mo talaga mag-change ang setter, like, ayaw mo talaga siyang update, first, pwede siya. Hindi mo talaga yung setter. So, para never siya ma-update. Pero, it is an option na if gusto mo i-update yung setter. Pero, you don't want anyone else to update. Example lang kasi ito, simple kasi. But if this was a website, you don't want a method na update nila yung password. So, for example, say, I suppose dito. Pero, probably based on instructions, probably ang sabihin ko nila na private, specific na yung private.
Bakit ang dami mo? Bakit may meet to? Yan yung main. Oh, yan yung main. Ito yun. Wala yan. Yan, isipin natin yan.
So, depende kung part of the program. Ang program mo, well, example, almost
That's static. What do you mean? Is it totoo?
Probably. Sa tayo kasi kayo, di ba wala na lahat? Pwede kasi di ba sa example sa Google Forms.
Oh, actually, the first problem we have here should be public. I-public mo lahat ng link ng private. Kaya gina-share mo man siya, gina-extend mo siya. You also don't have a parameter. Wait lang. Yes, private public. Dapat merong lagyan mo public that person. Eh, public that. Public person. Para sa ganyan. Like that. Ba? Oh, yun. Parang gusto na mark is there. Do the same sa student.
Would you want to go through the process of existing again?
Okay, meron sa student.
So, ganun na.
Hindi yan sa atin na isin.
sir.
String. Gian. Yan.
Pati ba, laboratory niyo next week na lang.
Yan. Aligod.
Ano ang dates niyo?
I need help. Unsa wrong man. Di na kaya sa powers.
Sige, next, ano lang, we will have your laboratory na lang for on the 25th. Okay? Okay? So, hopefully by then you are able to digest the information. Okay?
Sir, put ang
So next session, quiz lang. So hopefully you're able to answer that one. But as our previous session, no retakes.
Yeah, wala kay constructor ng
Teaching staff.
kanilang tuloy yung ginako. Hindi na siya kailangan ka mag-isip o constructor ng name, age and address.
Yeah, probably my discussion lang. Pwede mo siya i-zip and then you have to
Wait lang. Okay. Oo, murag creating ko.
I will bring change
But I guess i-message ko sa Google kailangan natin.
Should work.
So, ito na lang. Bigyan ko na lang
Kanina lang.
access. Okay. Kailangan kasi nagkakaroon ng warning before. So, since technically abot na yun.
Yes, yung nagamit sa
Ano lang na yes? Umabot na yes. Ikaw na kailangan na yes.
Sabi ko lang sa
Away, delete na ba?
word description.
Lagi.
Pero nga word description naman na. I-assign mo sa mga it's
Naman sting H na.
set word description.
Dapat work description.
Dapat S lang. Pwede man S lang.
Okay.
Gani kay S.
O, daga na siya S. Lahat yan.
Hindi man.
I-work descript na lang para di siya malibo.
Gani, yan na lang.
Ano na lang. Refactor. Ayaw.
Hindi, isda lang mo siya.
Ay, center man to.
Ano yun, nag-control V pa ka.
Center na dito.
Gani po.
Ano po, employee ID na po.
Okay?
Bay, imagine na si Precious Own na bay.
If there are no questions, we can have a
Hindi siya
practice.
mandatory. Mag-practice na.
Lagi po exemption.
Wait.
Ano?
Para lang signify na override niya ng introduction of permissions sa lahat ng ano
Wait.
kanisa to i-fix na mga S
Switch case ko saan? Rest na ako switch case. Micro-learning.
Okay? So for this practice,